Boy, would you like to kill yourself with me?
So, stream's up. I just need to.
What the fuck is Tim talking about? TMC's not Dante's Inferno. It's based on Resident Evil 4. I'm gonna have an adventure with Tim tomorrow when I tell him about the story of DMC's creation.
He doesn't.
It's crazy how Now apparently he doesn't, because he thought DMC was based on Dante's Inferno because the main character's named Dante.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. Duh. Anyways, where's my description?
He doesn't know. I find it crazy how people try to make, when they're trying to make Resident Evil 4, they made so many, they scrapped so many ideas, and 2 of them became games.
Yeah.
Like there's the Haunting Ground, and then just DMC, which was basically that one RE thing you showed me where they try to add ghosts into it, and you show me like people doing like their creation of it.
Yeah.
Which is funny because they basically did for RE7, but with mold instead of like other shit.
Yeah. Alright guys, so we're just here gonna be waiting for mudster to spawn in, which should be like in a minute or some dumb shit like that. If he even decides to spawn in, anyways. So today I'm joined by my good friend Jose.
We're straight further from God's from God each passing day, and he says
Straight
John
further
Trump.
from God's light.
Oh no! Why is John Trunk just giving me? Why am I keep finding video? This video's for a meme later for myself.
What's up?
So John's talking about VR Troopers, like I'm talking about that recent Power Rangers movie because it was made in 2017.
Yeah.
Video. It's like that reminded me of the Power Rangers, and then it reminded me of Saban's other not well known project. Shows a picture of the Pink Ranger and the Green Ranger fucking.
Yeah.
Which is just people cosplaying as them, but they just blurred their groins. Or shall I use that for my meme folder? Oh, I see. That's fine.
Is this dude even up yet? 2 minutes late. Alright, so Mudster's 2 minutes late. Well, it's fucking lame. I've been waiting here for like almost an hour, just waiting for this dude to spawn.
John on record response with no. I'm not talking with the woman with Joker Jay Leto, which is basically Beetleborgs. And it's like good.
Yeah.
Because when some people always bring up like Saban, it's like the one that's not about Power Rangers. You mean Beetleborgs? Okay, maybe not Beetleborgs. The other ones. What other ones?
This music's pretty dope, actually. Wait, did you say Beetleborgs?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Did you not know about that one?
Nah.
Beetleborgs is another because Tokusatsu had like different shows. One of them was called Art Beetle. Was called Beetle something. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it was called, but it was something like that. And then it's Saban, when it was doing Power Rangers, got 3 other shows. One was VR Trooper, another which was basically Metal Heroes, and then more Metal Heroes showed up, which was basically what the Beetleborgs were from.
Yeah.
Which are called Beetle Fighters Kabuto or something. Which I think that was the second one, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, Big Bad Beetleborgs is kind of weird because I feel like it was more kiddie friendly. Because I'm like, people could say Power Rangers is kid friendly, right?
Yeah.
Well, compared to Beetleborgs, Power Rangers feel like a teenage show, while Beetleborgs was the actual kid friendly one.
Yeah.
Because Jesus Christ, it's ridiculous. Specifically with the opening, because it was like, yo, 3 actual children. At least middle schoolers at best. Are find them out a mansion with monsters, like a Frankenstein and a Frankenstein monster, and and vampire and werewolf, and a mummy, and I think that's it. And they ran away from them, but then they played an organ, which they summoned a ghost from the 7th dimension named Flabber.
Yeah.
He's also a wizard, and then he gave them the Beetleborg powers. The Beetleborgs are actually based on a comic book series they're reading, actually. And they become the Beetleborgs in real life.
Where the fuck is this boss at?
Flabber also made the mistake of summoning the monsters from the world, and now they have to deal with that. Flabber is also kind of like half the time the cause of the problem. He does it by accident, but it's mostly all his fault.
Yeah.
But it has like a weird sitcom energy too, by the way. And it was super weird because, like, here's the thing here. It ended really abruptly, no proper ending at all for the second season at all. It was based on 2 different Sentai teams, but they transitioned it to make it look like it was like, no, it's transitioning their powers, which somehow they made it work, actually.
Yeah.
Which was good for them. Like there's that, but then the other ones like VR Troopers or Mass Rider, which is just Kamen Rider, but in English.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because I feel like Kamen Rider should have been because here's the thing here. I wish Kamen Rider should have worked. I wish Mask Rider wasn't a failure, because then we could have had more Kamen Rider stuff in the West. Sure, it'd be like the same energy as Power Rangers, but I feel people would enjoy that more. Because at least there's some cool stuff. Because the Japanese footage at least is super raw.
Yeah.
Like real talk here, they did. Like real talk here, if they managed to do one for Kuga, you just would have a dude fight armies of monsters by himself, and they all explode because his kit, he has actually powers that explains why they explode. Except here's the thing here: the more powerful he gets, the explosions get more bigger to the point they're almost nuclear.
Nice.
Super fucking sick. Like people actually call it Kuga's nuke kick.
Sounds pretty good.
Other crazy stuff. My favorite one is Agito, which spoilers in the ending of the series, he kicks a creature that was basically a god.
Yeah.
Other stuff too, or my favorite one of the recent ones, Commodore X-Aid, the video game one.
Yeah.
Or the recent one, which involves Commodore Build, the one after X-Aid, which is, yo, we're dealing with this alien at that point it named Evolve as it turned into showed his alien form, and for just to flex how powerful he is, he took the main character to a different. He grabbed the main character, snapped his fingers, and took him to another planet. And then just summoned the black hole and destroys that planet. Just shows like, yeah, you can't win.
I thought he was gonna snap his fingers and then wipe half of the universe.
He could totally do it. He
And he don't need no gauntlet.
He just needs a belt. He just needs a belt and he just needs a fucking belt. That's what he only needs. By the way, in the same vein of Power Rangers, some of the monsters have stupid names. Like example, Flower, but the mummy's named Mums. Frankenstein's monster is called Frankenbeans, or Frankie for short. I don't know why he's named Beans.
Chicken.
Or my favorite one dude named Count Fangula, or Fangula, if you want to call him.
No, it's Cock Blackula.
or my favorite character of them, Wolfgang Smith, or Wolfie.
Wolfgang Smith.
Wolfgang Smith. He's possibly retarded because no one knows what he's talking about except for Fangula.
Wait, is it an actual wolf dude?
Yeah, he's a werewolf. He's a werewolf, and no, he's basically a family dog.
Okay, because I was gonna say, all I thought about that was like a werewolf version of Agent Smith. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, man.
I'm sick.
What? What did you say?
Sorry.
Oh, okay,
okay.
You said I'm sick. I thought you said I'm thick. I was like, nigga, what?
I'm gonna fat myself.
I was like, what the fuck did you say?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Where the fuck is he at? Otherwise, I'm gonna have to leave the area.
Yeah, I forgot about the second season villains are called crustacean. None of them were crabs at all.
Yeah, it's like those animes and shit where like they give them like weird names sometimes. Like some of them have names that make sense, and then you have other ones that are like just fucking weird, you know?
But yeah, like fucking like Gurren. They call Beastmen, and it makes sense. They're fighting beasts, but they're all gunmen. But at least they're all like animal people, right?
Pretty
Except
much.
for Lord Genome, he was just their king was just a dude.
Yeah.
Big buff dude. They had a spiral energy. Lord Genome was a good villain.
Oh, you talking about from the first half?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a pretty dope ass battle too. Now that I think I'm back on it.
He fucking took down he took down the Logon by himself. He could put the Logon by himself.
Yep.
Or like I can't remember. Like he's like, you may have destroyed my Gundam. He just steps out of the cockpit, just walks onto the Gurren Lagan's arm and just punches it, and he just knocks out Lagan head off.
Yeah. Where the fuck is this boss, man? This boss like 11 minutes late.
Ow!
The fuck?
Dude, I just saw dude. No, okay, so JonTron just taped that remember that one headset Nintendo made that was really bad?
You think so?
Yeah, he got one of I forgot what it's called, but he got that. I think it was called the Virtual Boy. Yeah, the Virtual Boy, and he put it on his. He's like, since the Virtual Boy does not actually hook up to your head, he just taped it to his head, and I just see tape on his hair.
Yeah.
I'm like, that could be a bitch to take off later. Oh my god.
Okay, so I think this boss is not even gonna spawn. Like, at all. Maybe because Beg is still up? It's been like 2 hours and a half. Like 2.5 hours since this boss got spawned and he's still up.
Hmm. Yeah.
Man, I'm about to fucking ditch and run, man. Shit. I don't want to fucking be here the whole time.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like I feel like Beetleborg's still a good show. Did not age well at all, by the way.
I would figure as much.
it aged terribly, but it's kind of fun. But it's kind of fun. But in the same veins of Mighty Morphin, it's kind of interesting just to watch. Out of man, this is a thing back then.
Yeah.
I'm still. At least it's better than fucking Masked Rider, because that shit was less awful.
Yeah.
Like that I don't even know where to begin with that actually. Somehow you made a concept of a guy like I'm not gonna say like the series is based on the Black RX. Like it wasn't it like some people argued one of the best Kamen Riders of the Showa era. Some say not really, but it's like I could see some good things out of it. I could say, and I can even see how cool the idea is. The fact the dude has if I'm correct, has a talking car.
Yeah.
I mean, the previous season before that is a Kamen Rider Black. He had a talking bike, and the bike died in one episode. Like no, look, I saw a clip of it. Like he's like there's like a tear. It was like the bike sacrificed itself, and then it was like a tearful goodbye. And then he did not remake it, did not rebuild it at all. It actually died.
What a good. I don't know. I'm just saying shit.
What a bro. But yeah, Kamen Rider's kind of raw sometimes when it comes to some shit. My favorite one, I think my interesting one is Kamen Rider Foz, or you want to get more technical, Kamen Rider 555.
Okay.
It's called Foz, dude. So it's supposed to be like, because one is called, there's actually one guy named Kamen Rider Orga, which basically Kamen Rider Omega, basically.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing that Greek symbol thing, so Foz, which translates to 3 fives.
Yeah.
But yeah, Foz is kind of interesting because like the monsters are or I forgot I can't pronounce their names, but they're pretty interesting because like they're basically the next evolution of humans, basically.
Yeah.
Like you could just turn into it, but then there's some who could either be exposed by the natural born ones or the ones that are, and then there's the hardcore way of becoming one, which is dying and then coming back.
Cool.
What I mean by that too, by the way, not like there's a ritual or anything. I mean like, dude, if you died and you're the baddest motherfucker on the planet, or you have the strongest willpower or strongest resolve, you'll just come back. Like, I got shot in the chest, and just get back up. And now you can turn into a monster, like a weird either animal, like weird monster animal or plant. But if you do too much, you'll slowly lose your humanity, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And the main characters, the writers, were also those creatures, because they're the only ones allowed to use the belts. Like it's DNA locked to like if you gotta be advanced human basically to use this. And what's pretty raw is one dude what's pretty raw though is like there's like borderline murder in some episodes. Like there's like a bus full of people. They go into a tunnel. One dude had headphones in his ear. Next thing you know, there's just like dead bodies as the thing doesn't come out of the tunnel. He just walks out. And the dude with the headphone just walks out, and we see a glimpse of dead bodies covered in vines.
Yeah.
And like that's pretty raw. Or my favorite one is Connor X8 with one dude coming out and says, "I have pancreatic cancer." Just, like the dude has a disease which is based on the monster, which is based on monster disease, which is like, and he goes like, "Don't worry, we had trouble. We always scared. It won't matter anyway. I'm still gonna die. What are you talking about? I have pancreatic cancer." Dead. He says it's dead, while looking dead in the fucking main character's eyes. And I'm like, damn. Jesus. So he's basically saying, even if you cure me of the disease, I still have another disease. And it's uncurable unless you're a master surgeon. Even then, it's still a chance of failure.
Uncurable, you say?
This still gets to me. My favorite part is, one dude, and at some point a dude died on Christmas Day, and apparently a bunch of kids learned a bunch of
kids who are like under the age of 10 have to learn what dying is on Christmas.
Yeah. I love that. I love that lesson on Christmas.
Or my favorite, or another one is in Conrad X Day. There's like in Kamen Rider, because Japan loves doing this stuff where they release bonus content on their show sometimes. You know, they're like, yo, buy this DVD of this extra thing here. It's connected to the story somehow.
Yeah.
That kind of shit. One of them involves, we're bringing back these 5 writers who are basically called the Beast Squad. And one of them was the former villain of Kamen Rider Ryuki, who is named Kamen Rider Oja, who is a snake man, who's a snake themed writer. His backstory is he's a serial killer.
Wow.
Like, dude killed his family and then went on a psychotic rampage, and the reason he became a Kamen Rider, so he could join a battle royale of Kamen Riders, where he could just, and pretty much sees it as a hunting ground, aka a game just for him.
Yeah.
Where he just kills other Kamen Riders. Fun.
And like he's like the main character of that, what?
No, he's the main antagonist.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
He's not the main villain. He's more like the guy who's like, I don't care, good or evil. I'm just here to have fun.
I'm just here to, poke holes in people.
I'm here to beat people with a lead pipe, which he does.
Didn't you tell me about this guy a while back too?
Yes, I did. That's what I'm trying to explain here. Because he got the main character from X8, Emu, and just beat the shit out of him and just dunk his head into a trash can filled with like broken fluorescent lights and everything. I'm like, people say X8 is a kid season. When you just get fucking murders.
Fucking hell, pick it.
Kamen Rider Ryuki, one dude says, I'm gonna help you, dude, have your fun. And then he planned to, like, if I kill him, I could be the biggest badass in the world. So he just got his unconscious body, put him in a car, and just put a bunch of gasoline all over the car and set it on fire. He wakes up as the car explodes, and you know what happens? He just crawls out of the car. He's not hurt at all. He comes out of the burning car post explosion like a fucking Terminator. And looked at him and was like, "That's all you got?"
Damn. This girl's color scheme for Awakening is like, it's like the gushing of every EDM song ever.
Yeah.
It's a mix of purple, sky blue, some other types of blues, and then like a little bit of dark green and some other shit like that. Why the fuck was she blocking? No.
Oh god.
My keys are fucking being dumb as fuck right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's also that one counter season called Dime, which just involves a dude becoming Fruit Jesus.
Fruit Jesus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's based on like Sengoku samurai stuff, and but the armor is but the gimmick is we have these locks, called lock seeds. The seeds are fruits and nuts and everything.
The seeds of fruits and nuts.
Basically, like whatever grows up from a seed, basically.
Yeah.
That's kind of edible. And one of them involves that, and like the main character is Gaim, whose gimmick is whose main food form is orange.
Yeah.
The rival character, the secondary writer, is a guy named Kamen Rider Baron, who is based on a Europe, whose gimmick is European knights instead of a samurai like Gaim, and his fruit is bananas. What's pretty funny is sometimes so there's a lot of English in this one specifically with the banana one, because you know why? Because when he activates the lock seed, there's a little noise, and the noise is it shows a voice line of a guy going banana. Exactly like that, by the way. That kind of energy. My favorite one is another, and then the other one is like Chinese ones, but then there's always the random one, which is like Vikings, like a weird Viking one. And my favorite one is this one French transvestite who is a former military man, so he doesn't get extra forms at all. He's only in his one form, and he kicks everybody's ass because he's the only one with combat training.
Yeah.
My favorite bit is his is the durian, and you know what his jingle is?
What?
It goes like this: Durian, arms, Mr. Dangerous.
The fuck?
That's exactly like that. It's so fucking stupid. I love it. It's such a really fucking goofy shit, and it's great.
Yeah.
Best part is, remember that common joke about anime or like tokusatsu stuff, like Power Rangers, where it's like, do the villains just wait when they transform?
Yeah.
And sometimes the joke kind of falls flat when you can just pretend, when you just think that some of the transformations are just like instantaneous. We just get a visual just for the audience to have fun.
Yeah.
Except for Kamen Rider and some Sentai stuff, because some of them are at real time. Actually, some of them. And they danced around it with, yo, we pushed away the monsters, or the transformation stopped the monster from attacking because it'll make a wall around them.
Yeah.
My favorite one is Blade, Conrad Blade, because in Conrad Blade, the first thing we see him do is a monster charges right at him. He puts on his belt, he activates it in a fucking a screen of a card pops out of his belt and smacks the monster away, and he just runs through it and gets his armor on.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. Or like they always explain it, or they never explain it, but it's like, or just like a flash of light, and there you go. In the case of Go-Kiters, which in one of the movies they made, they said the transformation is actually a 1.21 seconds, or like or was it 0.02 seconds? But here's what it looked like in slow motion.
Yeah. Bitch, let me move. It's a good thing I can like slowly heal myself, which makes this good. I was thinking about streaming RE2 again. Or finally streaming after forever, because I took a break from the game after beating it like 6 or 7 times and shit. You alright?
I'm watching this dude's review of VR Troopers, and the VR Troopers, I feel like I kind of see why it never caught up.
The VR Troopers?
another successful thing turned American thanks to the great man known as Saban, that great Jewish man.
Yeah.
I bring up he's Jewish because I will always find a way to bring, because I can never forget that moment where him and a bunch of another corporate guy trying to make action. I think it's a dude from Marvel. I think.
Yeah.
Him and a dude from Marvel tried to make a deal with Gene Simmons from Kiss. Where they do this thing because like Kiss's entire, because remember, you wonder why, do you know why Kiss does the makeup and everything? Because because the band was actually a bunch of characters they made up. Where we're a bunch of rock stars, but we're also like weird wizards from the 7th dimension or something.
From the 7th dimension. Sounds fun.
Yeah, no, because I like that's actually the reason. Like, including in a Scooby-Doo movie where they meet Kiss, they just do like a Sailor Moon like transformation. One of them did a Sailor Moon like transformation. The other guys kind of look kind of normal, a little. So one dude was actually doing Sailor Moon poses actually.
Yeah.
I'm looking that up right now, actually, as I say this. I typed in Scooby-Doo Kiss, and the first result is transformation.
You saw it when it came out?
No, I did not know it came out. I just saw it when some dude brought up weird crossovers, and then one of them brought up Scooby-Doo meet Kiss, and they do their Sentai transformations, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? People are going like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then they keep linking it, and every time they bring it up, they always bring it up. They brought it up when I think they brought that up when when Supernatural did a crossover with Scooby-Doo, actually.
Oh yeah. Was that the one where they're like, yeah, like we're here been doing like fucking detective work and shit. You guys actually been fighting spirits, all that bullshit?
No, it's more like they get stuck in the TV world and they're actually an episode of Scooby-Doo, pre like old Scooby-Doo show, like pre the movies where they actually went to when they made Zombie Island and everything.
Yeah.
So before they actually dealt with actual supernatural stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, they could have died. Daphne thought she was going to help for some reason. Scooby just said they're doomed.
Lord.
Well, Shaggy was so validated. And Freddy was just depressed because, like, we could be hunting vampires?
No. Alright, we'll be back later, guys.